Hey traders, Raghee here. We have a couple interesting things shaping up going into tomorrow, and I'm going to point those out here. Now, one of the freshest transitions in the trend, which sets up a possible buy going into the latter half of this week and even the latter half of this month, is that bonds are finally out of the downtrend that they've been in since the beginning of September. Ultimately, though, we still need a setup. So what we have now is the environment has gone neutral, which opens up shorts and longs, but it's not short only. So as yields continue to drop and bonds continue to move higher, I'd like to get long the bond market at an oversold level. So I don't want to get too ahead of myself here and front run the setup, but at least we know now we're open to potential long positions on bonds. Now, if yields are dropping, that brings us to gold. There is a short position here on gold that could be setting up as we are reaching towards the mean of the V-score and a potential minor high on the daily time frame in a neutral environment, which would be great because if bonds pull back, we could see also a little bit of weakness in gold. And the gold ride lower is the one I'm interested in, while frankly, the long ride higher in bonds. So a lot of times one setup can feed another. And so we want to keep an eye on these relationships. By the way, why do I look at bonds and gold together? Gold moves based on real yields. And real yields are the relationship between the yield of a bond and the rate of inflation. And when that chasm narrows, gold is able to go higher, right? So as bond yields drop, and inflation is dropping slightly, the difference between real yields, or I should say the difference between the bond yield and the rate of inflation is also narrowing, allowing gold to rally. If we see a little bit of that widening, just a little bit, that could give us that short setup on gold that I'm looking for off this volume high. All right, now we have Christine Lagarde tomorrow. That means the euro is in play. 10 a.m. She's making some comments, not monetary policy likely, but nonetheless, she's going to be speaking around 10 a.m. Eastern. And the euro is also at resistance. The euro is at resistance, which means the dollar is at support. So whether you want to go short 6E or long, say, UUP or DX futures, that's what we're talking about here. And the 6E pullback looks like what I would like to focus on near term. Now, there's a couple ways we can look at this. We can look at this through the V-score, but we can also look at this from the perspective of an overbought stochastic, which is exactly what we have right now. So this is 6E right here. Here's the pattern that I'm watching. I've got a Darvis signal popping up. I've got my signal on the slow stochastic also popping up in a neutral environment, which is so important. If we're talking about overbought, oversold, it's got to be a neutral environment. And that's something we can watch. If 6E moves lower, dollar's going to move higher. And US dollar is at an interesting level because these two have a very strong inverse or negative correlation. So this is what's on the radar going into tomorrow. I like these setups a lot. We have some interesting catalysts for movement on these setups, and they're all happening in the proper market structure. Use your volume levels, use your price patterns, use your price indicators to set these up, and that's exactly what we're going to do going into tomorrow. All right, hope this helps. I will see you all tomorrow in Charts and Coffee. If you haven't joined me before, we have our daily Charts and Coffee show over at the Simpler Trading YouTube channel. So let's see here. There we go. And head on over there and you'll see that around 8:30, 8:45 Eastern, you'll see the link for the show at the channel. And you can join me at 9 a.m. live as I take questions and prepare for the trading day. So get my game plan in the morning, Charts and Coffee, Simpler Trading YouTube channel, and enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks as always for the questions and the comments and the feedback. And thanks for smashing that thumbs up button. I will see you all in the next update. Hey traders, Raghee from Simpler Trading. Thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to leave a like and a comment below. And remember, subscribe and click the bell icon so you'll get notified of the next update. And when you're ready to join me for live trading, be sure to head on over to simplertrading.com. I'll see you in the next update.